Well, you're very welcome. There is the crowd. The wind is up. It's raining slightly. It can only mean one thing. It's the four-wheel drive A final leg one. Round 6 of the 2023 BRCA 1/10 Offroad National Series. This is the warm-up lap. They're just going to get lined up on the grid. Big thank you to Schumacher, Rude Bits, Model Tune, RC Octane and FF Racing. We could not be here without them. Absolutely thrilled. Thank you so much. Please support them if you like what we do. Big story today, it's Ben Smith. He's getting his warm-up lap in. Pole position for Ben. I have to say, Ben looked very quick in qualifying. He looked quicker than anybody else. He just had a couple of crashes. As John Cockle said to me a couple of minutes ago, don't crash. So Adam Skelding lines them up on behalf of the BRCA. So commentary today is from Mark Musgrave.
Okay, everyone's happy, all set for a final four-wheel drive, leg number 1. Let's make it a good one. Good luck, drivers. Here we go. So off now we go for the first leg of this four-wheel drive A final here at Torch for round number 6 of the four-wheel drive BRCA Nationals 2023. Ben Smith leads them off from pole position. Neil Craig second, Tommy Hall third. Just had a bit of a downpour of rain here, so these guys just try and find out what's underneath them on the opening lap before they try and give it everything. Onto the back straight they come for the first time then. So it's Ben Smith, Neil Craig, Tommy Hall, Jamie Hall, Lee Martin. So regulation order for these guys as they go. So crossing the line, pass race control, Ben Smith, Neil Craig. Been a mistake from Tommy Hall, very costly, so it's Ben Smith, Neil Craig, Jamie Hall, Lee Martin and Josh Holsworth out front. Neil Craig's had a mistake. Lee Martin gets tangled up with him somehow. So Ben Smith got some breathing space from Jamie Hall at the sharp end. So Ben Smith coming onto the back straight. Powers down the straight. Here comes Jamie Hall. Here comes Neil Craig. Josh Holdsworth and Lee Martin. So check them as they go. Ben Smith goes through. 25.9. 26.0 for Jamie Hall, 26.2 for Craig. There's a 10th between all these guys. Ben Smith's lead 1.7 seconds at the sharp end from Jamie Hall. Neil Craig just over a second further back. Lee Martin now to the 4th spot. Ben Pugh 5, Josh Holder back to 6. So Ben Smith from Jamie Hall. Lee Martin and Neil Craig battling it out for the 3rd on the track. These two battled it out over the years, loads of races together. They know each other very well. So it's over 2 minutes gone. Ben Smith, Jamie Hall. Then a bit of a gap to Neil Craig and Lee Martin right with him. Nothing in between those two. Ben Smith's lead is 1.5 seconds still at the sharp end from Jamie Hall. Neil Craig is 1.2. Jamie Hall's over, so Craig going to the 2 spot. Lee Martin going to the 3 spot. Jamie Hall back to 4. Ben Pugh 5. Tommy Hall recovering to 6. Look at the lead for Ben Smith. Just what he's dreamt about, the length of the straight lead. Neil Craig's had a mistake, so it's Lee Martin now to the 2 spot. Ben Pugh up to the 3. Jamie's had another mistake, drops him back. So look at the battle coming past race control. Ben Pugh running 3. Neil Craig 4. Tommy Hall, Josh Holsworth and Jamie Hall. 5 cars within about a second. Craig makes a mistake. Gemmo's on it, but it's cost him a few positions there. So Ben Smith 3 seconds clear from Lee Martin. 1 minute 45 remaining on the master clock. These guys separating themselves out a little bit on the track. Lee Martin, half a second quicker than Ben Smith on the previous lap. So Ben Smith leads by 2.5 seconds at the sharp end. Over the double he goes, turning right and onto the straight. Down the straight he goes. Here comes Lee Martin, so the length of the straight, still the lead for Ben Smith. Those two absolutely checked out and gone. Ben Pugh still running there in third. Tommy Hall back up to fourth. Jamie was fifth, but he's over, but he's still fifth. Meanwhile, at the sharp end, Lee Martin takes another half a second out of Ben Smith's lead. The gap's down to 2 seconds at the sharp end. So Ben Smith goes through. Lee Martin got the gap down to 1.7, but 50 seconds remaining. Has Ben Smith gone into full cruise control mode? Lee Martin certainly hasn't. He's pushing on, giving it everything. Down the straight goes Ben Smith. Here comes Lee Martin. It's half the length of the straight now. 35 seconds to go this lap, and one more for the leaders. There goes Smithy. Here comes Lee Martin. 1.3 now the gap. So Lee Martin takes another 4 tenths from Ben Smith. 20 seconds to go. They're going to be hitting the line right on the 5-minute buzzer. They're going to just get through for one more lap. Here comes Lee Martin. Ben Smith set off from pole position, leads them round. Here comes Lee Martin on a charge. It's 1 second exactly on the final lap now. To the line. Here they go, past the driver's stand, up the corner tabletop. To the double. Lee Martin pushing on. Ben Smith right ahead of him. No team orders. Down the straight they go. Everyone finishing as they hit the line, but all our focus is on the leaders. Ben Smith coming to the line, taking leg number 1 from Lee Martin second. And Ben Pugh third. What a race. Ben Smith by 6 tenths of a second from Lee Martin. Wow, that's just leg 1 done. Legs 2 and 3 still to come later on today.
Well, that was 4-wheel drive A final leg number 1. Fantastic racing, fantastic recovery from Lee Martin. Congratulations to Ben Smith. He'll be delighted.
So we move to the A final next up.
Join us for A final leg 2 very shortly.